Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. Babul Khawf. We continue our book Riyad-us Saliheen by Imam Nawawi rahmatullah alayh. This is the 49th chapter of the book, and the chapter is with regards to the fear and the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the hadith is when Adi bin Hatim radiyallahu anhu قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما منكم من أحد إلا سيكلم الله ربه ليس بينه وبينه ترجمان إلى آخر الحديث. Adi bin Hatim radiyallahu anhu reports and mentions that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that every one of you will speak to his Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without any tarjuman, without any interpreter between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah, meaning the direct kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be there. And then the hadith further mentions that this individual will look towards his right side and will only see his a'mal and his deeds that he has done previously. And then he will look towards his left, or she will look towards her left, and they will only find a'mal and actions that they have done and deeds that they have done. And they will look in front of them and they will see nothing except for the fire of Jahannam. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam further mentioned, protect yourself from the fire of Jahannam even by giving a half portion of a date fruit in charity. Even if it's half a piece of a date, give that as sadaqah so that you can be protected from the fire of Jahannam. From the previous few weeks, we have been discussing many ahadith which relates to the day of Qiyamah. And as we have mentioned this previously as well, that the severity of the day of Qiyamah has been mentioned so much and excessively in all of these ayats of the Quran as a reminder to really protect us from that day of Qiyamah. Brothers and sisters, we need to speak about akhirah very frequently. Because when we don't speak about akhirah, we don't remember akhirah. When we forget, when we don't speak about things, we tend to forget those things in our lives. Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajmain used to say that we very frequently used to mention Jannah and Jahannam. It was as though that was in front of their own eyes. Today, Jannah and Jahannam, may Allah forgive, does not seem as a reality for many of us. The only time that we think of akhirah is maybe when we attend a janazah, or we go to the graveyard, or maybe someone becomes sick and they go to the hospital and visit someone. That's the only time we realize that we need to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But otherwise, the circle of life has kept us such that we really have become so heedless that we forgot that we will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why the Nabi of Allah said that the most intelligent amongst you is the one that keeps the akhirah in front of them, keeps maut in front of them, and prepares for it before it comes towards them. So that's why a hadith like these are a great reminder for us. As the Nabi of Allah mentioned to us, that on the day of Qiyamah, there will be no tarjuma, there will be no one between you and Rabb Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold you accountable for your actions, for your deed. وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. An iota, an atom, a particle of good will be brought to you, and a particle of evil will be brought to you, and your a'mal and your actions will be right in front of you. You can't run away from our deeds on the day of Qiyamah. Today a person can deny, I haven't done it, I haven't done anything. But on the day of Qiyamah, how can we deny our own deeds? When our own hands and our own feet and our own body parts will either, speak on our behalf or against us on the day of Qiyamah, when the fire of Jahannam will be in front of us. So it is important that we continuously prepare for that day. And this chapter itself is not just to scare us, as it says, Babul Khawf, but it's to remind us that we need to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep akhirah in front of us. Brothers and sisters, if we have akhirah in front of us, then we will be able to prepare for it. The stronger the yaqeen of akhirah, the day of Qiyamah, the better our deeds will be. The weaker the yaqeen and the belief in standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the weaker the actions of a person will be. May Allah give us tawfiq and ability to practice whatever good has been shared and allow us to prepare to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah as Allah could be pleased with all of us, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallah wa bihamdihi.